white blood cells fighting an infection.
And then got some sort of stupid infection or something.
Al Shepard's ear infection is flared.
I got one girl with a bladder infection from holding it in all day.
Scratch. That'll give you an infection.
Get you out of here.
Listen, the animals are contagious. The infection is in their blood and saliva.
Well, it's a very serious infection.
How much the infection had damaged the brain.
Your breeding ground for infection.
Making you susceptible to infection.
He has an infection. He needs antibiotics.
Weren't you worried the infection might spread to them?
They sense the foreign nature of the dreamer. They attack like white blood cells fighting an infection.
Like they're gonna attack us?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. She got her stomach operated on and then got some sort of stupid infection or something. It's pretty gross.
The moon. Al Shepard's ear infection is flared up. We've all been bumped up to the prime crew.
What's that?
Porta Johns.
Here we go again.
I got one girl with a bladder infection from holding it in all day. Maybe Pete over there likes sitting in his own pee.
Scratch. That'll give you an infection.
We're going and we're taking your torture victims with us.
Let me get you out of here.
Listen, the animals are contagious. The infection is in their blood and saliva. One bite. Stop! You.
Get him out of here.
Sir, one of them's developed a very serious infection.
I don't care if he dies. Just get him someplace, but out of here.
We just didn't realize how much the infection had damaged the brain. And years went by.
Tubercular. I'm sorry. You're a breeding ground for infection.
Now, these drugs you're doing, they're breaking down your immune system, making you susceptible to infection.
You're saying cocaine's giving pneumonia?
Here with an injured leg and he needs serious medical attention. He has an infection. He needs antibiotics. I'm a doctor. I can't let you leave, so please turn back. Okay.
Phoenix to the south, Los Angeles west. Weren't you worried the infection might spread to them?
Yes, sir, I was.
But Dr. Stone and Dr.
Me and your mother and I are responsible adults. It needs you two.
My fungal nail infection's back.
It'll cut loose again. I don't know if the worst the infection, but you're gonna have to open it up. Cut out and scrub away anything that's dead.
Contracted sepsis, which is a full-body inflammation. Unfortunately, the longer he's here, the more susceptible he is to infection.
What about his brain? Do we have an EEG?
This is all right. So his blood pressure goes up and down.
Yeah.
He's constantly open to infection.
But there's medical advances taking place all the time.
My role in this
band.
band.
Child.
Excuse me?
You're an infection.
You're like Joseph.
You're buying.
You keep him locked up like.
Carrying on when I was dressing his wound.
Mm.
Well, he might have gotten an infection. Oh, the whole thing was awful, Papa, too awful. Good night, Papa.
Can't be.
But if the infection's loose.
No. Cousin.
Fucking like to walk.
You're a fucking poison, you know that? You're a fucking infection. Get the fuck out of my restaurant!
Couldn't just leave you there looking all pathetic. Take a seat. I'm gonna give you a vaccine against viral infection from Milvaran mud fleas.
Ow!
You think that infection could turn to gangrene?
You really think you can help?
It's not a bladder infection, or even a busted mouse. I think there might be a chance.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
What are you doing?
Checking your blood for infections. Go on. You have a big day tomorrow.
You see, I could cut open your chest and sew a dead cat in there. You would never get an infection. Not with the spectrum of antibodies I'll be shooting into you.
I beg your pardon?
When some quiet little infection destroyed my uterus, where was God? When my husband decided he couldn't be with the wife who...
No, we have to get back to my lab. This infection will spread all over the world, to every man, woman, and child, unless I finish my antidote.
Is depressed with convalescence, increased risk of infection. Temporary male sterility is common.
And it's only gonna get worse.
Infection is spreading. He's dangerous.
She says Raya has bad infection. The nurse found the
Spend my money's none of your business.
I have a sinus infection, and I need to see a dentist, too.
So you can see how your blessing budget could have been better spent.
Like on
At least, let me give you a good astringent, and this will help to prevent infection.
A night sweat, only instead of evaporating, this is solidified. Now, a percentage of this is spent white blood cells, like you find in any normal infection. But then another percentage is...
Don't do it again! Fucking Jorf! Get your fucking fingers out of there! If I get a Jorf infection, you're dead.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
No, I think that might have been what it was.
Yeah, most of them were Hungarians.
Here, you got to put on one of these.
Burn victims are very susceptible to infection. And of course, there's no smoking.
KS is causing the diarrhea. We've got to know about that right away.
I don't know, yeah, but it could be parasites and infection. I mean,
Reaction to the ACT.
Then make a poultice. 3 parts milk, 2 parts linseed oil for the infection. I will send Mary by with some of the easiest
To bear. For my own part, those who die under my knife fall from some subsequent infection. I have to remind myself that it was the enemy.
One of the patients died at their hands. Another I treated for a staphylococcal infection.
You're treating people.
About a gunshot wound, provided that you survived the bullet, is something called sepsis.
Infection of the blood.
That's right. Say a bullet tears into your gut.
It's impossible.
The infection, it's defending.
No. It's defending.
Honey, I'm home. Good news. We found a cure for the zombie infection. Honey?
My wound is lower.
We don't want an infection to spread.
I'll spread your head open.